All systems go. Clear for liftoff.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome to the SHIPIT Nation Round 2 Showdown Show. We're here talking Round 2 Showdown, seeing what we can find heading into Round 2 tomorrow on Friday. In terms of Round 1, it's a mixed bag of results. I was going to go ahead and kind of took off the screen share. I wanted to go ahead and take a look at the leaderboard heading into to Friday, kind of see where we're at with everything. Appreciate all the support. We just hit 6,000 subscribers, so we'll be giving away an annual membership here coming up this week. So appreciate all the support. If you guys could do us that favor, please hit the like and subscribe on this video. We again appreciate all the support. Round 1, so Shane Lowry got to the top. He's sitting at 6 under. Justin Lauer is sitting at 5 under. Hideki, who a lot of people got off because it sounded like he had some sort of back injury, did not look injured and played some of the best golf he's played. He's sitting at 5 under. You got Russell Henley, Lee Hodges, Sam Burns, and Thigala. They're all T4 or better. A lot of guys here in the middle. Minwoo Lee was a huge talking point heading into the main slate. And like we said on the shows, I mean, the most underpriced guy in, I don't know, like a year in PGA DFS, 6,600. His win odds were like 40-1. It just didn't match up, and he played well today, 3 under. So that was a big talking point. Justin Thomas bounced back, had the rough go playing with Tiger at the Genesis, missed the cut. 3 under in the afternoon. I think he was, solid play this week. I had a bunch of him. That was good to see. Scotty Scheffler, 2 under. A mixed bag with the new putter, missed like a 3-footer for birdie. That was super tilting. Keegan Bradley was kind of all over the map, had a couple 6s, I believe, but still finished 1 under. I just want to go down to the bottom and check out some of these guys. Adam Svensson, that's going to hurt a little bit. Kurt Kitayama, 6 over. Not great. Jake Knapp, those are some of the guys that I was on that are way down here. And then Patrick Cantlay, I thought was a pretty good play because we kind of knew that Rory was going to get a lot of ownership and Scotty was going to get a lot of ownership. Then Cantlay, there was no way. He was the third 10K guy, and he kind of sucked today at 2 over. But, basically a no-cut event. I mean, T50 and ties gets through, and then within 10, the top scorer here, as of now, 6 under. So a lot of wiggle room for that plus 10 rule. So we'll see how this all plays out for tomorrow. Let me switch over to the other screen. Let me see if I can do this easily. Share screen. Let's get where are we at? Yep, here we go. So got the optimizer up, the solver. We're partnered with the solver. If you remember at SHIPIT Nation, you get the solver optimizer through us. All our projections come preloaded. Our round 2 projections are not in as of yet, but should be tonight, relatively soon, and then the ownership will follow. So the one thing about round 2 tomorrow is naturally for Showdown, I lean morning guys if there's neutral conditions out there. Tomorrow, I think there's a little bit of an advantage for the morning guys. I think it looks like the wind's going to pick up a little bit in the afternoon. The morning guys should go out and have elite conditions. It looks like tomorrow afternoon, round 2 afternoon is going to be the windiest time through today's round and round 2. So that potentially one to avoid. It's not to a point where I'm going to exclude guys teeing off in the afternoon, but I'm definitely going to give an edge to guys that have the early tee time. So that's going to kind of be a priority for me. And we're going to kind of go through the show, talking through, it's a smaller field. So I'll kind of talk through everyone, all the tiers, but I do want to do it by time. I kind of want to sort by tee time and, see which guys have the better tee times, kind of look at their scores through the first round and kind of see where we're at. The prize pools for tomorrow, let's just pull that up real quick. and kind of see what we're looking at. Next week's going to be big with the players, but for tomorrow, we got the 555, and that is 50K to first, and then there is the $20, 10,000 people in there, and that's 50,000 to first, 20 to second, 10 to third. So I'd say a pretty solid payout structure. So contests remain very solid for PGA DFS. I like what we're starting to see in some of these bigger contests week to week, where the prize pools are pretty balanced, and you're not seeing the super top heavy events. Yeah, if you play in a Millie Maker, you're going to see the super top heavy stuff, but a lot of the week to week stuff is the payout structure has been a hell of a lot better. So that's definitely good to see, and hopefully something that continues throughout the season. The big one, the 47-47 this week, the payout structure on that was absolutely phenomenal. So, all right, let's kind of go through and see the earliest tee times. You got Webb Simpson, David Ford. Actually, you know what? We'll kind of maybe develop a little bit of a player pool here as we go along, because these are guys I'm just not playing. So we'll go ahead and take them out. We only want to see our selected players. Not going to play Grayson Murray. So this is kind of how I kind of build teams occasionally. I'll just go through and start whacking dudes out. Van Rooyen, 7,200. He finished, where's he at today? Even. I definitely like him going into tomorrow. I mean, the price tag's up a little bit. He was 6,600 on the main slate, up to 72, but good tee time for him. Justin Thomas, have to love him, 8,700. And obviously, he was great today, shooting 3 under. And like I said, had been playing well. Went to the Genesis, play with Tiger, kind of a disaster for Tiger and himself. So I want to get back on him tomorrow at 87. Jake Knapp, that was rough today. And he was a guy that I was pretty high on for the main and classic slate. Good to just not be on him tomorrow. So we'll just take him right out of that player pool, despite the good tee time. Eric Cole, he was one of my last decisions this week, whether or not to play him. I ended up not playing him. If you watched the Wednesday show with myself and Tambo, he was one of the keeper cut guys. I couldn't decide. The chat told me to cut his ass, and I did cut his ass. And he's 200 today in the afternoon. I have no problem going to him tomorrow at 7,400 in this really good tee time. So I like him going out early tomorrow. Cam Davis, 6,800. Didn't play him on the main slate. I can definitely go to him tomorrow with the good early tee time. Denny McCarthy, even, fine with him. Salary savings guy for sure. There's a couple names that I think are pretty interesting that will probably go overlooked because of how they played today. Patrick Cantlay, Matthew Fitzpatrick. Cantlay 2 over, Fitzpatrick also 2 over. I think they're going to go a little bit overlooked because of how poorly they performed today, but I like them as plays tomorrow at probably lower ownership than some of the other high-end guys. So Cantlay, Fitzpatrick, I think very solid. Benny On, he's 1 under today, good tee time. I think he's a strong option. Griot, 7,100. He played well. I like him. I like his tee time. Thigala, Thigala's a guy I just did not play on the main side. He's one of those guys that just typically don't play. So I didn't get to him, but he played well and now gets a good tee time tomorrow. But the ownership is probably going to follow along with him because he is 8K. He's sitting in a really good spot. I don't know. Like I could maybe get off of him, maybe make the pivot over to a guy like Sungjae M, who's the same price tag. I'm imagining Thigala is going to get more ownership. Sungjae shot 1 under today. Now he's got a good tee time. So very interested in him. And like I said, maybe that's just like a direct pivot right there. If you guys have any questions, go ahead and fire them in the chat. Let's see, what is this? Most look at data golf and lean 6-0, 5-1 AM PM. How do you differentiate your builds knowing this, leaving more salary or pay? Yeah, I mean, definitely leaving more salary on the table. We saw it last week with our guy Q Smat, left a ton on the table, went from like Rory to a super, super cheap guy and it shipped. You can definitely do it. Like I said, even people playing the AM PM stuff, very rarely do you see people just go all in with it. So I get that most people are going to be giving the advantage to AM, PM, but rarely do people go all in on it. So just go all in on it would be another piece of advice. And then, yeah, you can mix in 1 PM guy that's going to be like a little lower owned. So there's a lot of different ways to do it. But if you're immediately looking to differentiate yourself, leaving salary on the table is a good, quick way to do it. All right, Siwoo. Where's our guy Siwoo? What did he do today? He was 3 over. That's not great. I didn't play him on the main. Man, I don't know. I don't like this course for him. That's kind of why I faded him. Adam Hadwood played great, and then Harris English, and both have good tee times tomorrow. Good going back to those guys. Adam Svensson at 6,600 was a freaking disaster. I love my boy Svensson, one of my Canadian guys, and he is currently sitting DFL, dead last in this event. Man, it's tough in this sort of scenario because very few guys, as it stands now, it doesn't look like a lot of guys are going to get cut this week. He is one that can certainly end up getting cut. It's going to take a lot for him to get back and make the cut. So I don't necessarily like him all that much. Guy Title, what's up? Big UFC slate this week. UFC 299, looking forward to that. Title already getting that content up nice and early. They got the show tomorrow. Make sure to tune in. I can't wait. We're going to ship the best UFC content team in the industry. Our guy Title and Big Marley just continue to get the job done for the members. Tommy Fleetwood, what did our guy Tommy do? He was a guy I was undecided on coming in. I played a little bit of him. He's 1 over. You can kind of throw him into that Fitzpatrick and Patrick Cantlay mix where people might be a little bit hesitant to go to him because he didn't play great today, but I do like him at 88. Seamus Power at 6,100. I think I could play him as like a cheap value play for sure. 6,100. He was decent today. I have no problem going there. Man. Yeah, Webb Simpson's a tough name for me to click Landa. Man, I always love my guy Landa, but Webb Simpson is I just can't see him being the guy you need tomorrow. Like Webb, I think I got to pass on Webb, unfortunately, despite the first tee time. He's got the first tee time tomorrow. Let's see, coming down a little bit more. Cam Young, kind of disappointing today. He had some big numbers on his card, but he's a guy I really like on the main slate. I'm sticking with him. I'm going right back at 9,100 for him. Lucas Glover. Tambo tried talking me into some Lucas Glover. I did not end up getting there. He shot 1 over, maybe for Showdown. Max Homa, like that price tag, 86. Kitayama was a freaking disaster today. Xander was not great. What do people do with Xander tomorrow? Now we're starting to get to the tee times that are not as exciting as those super early ones. So, Xander, maybe. I do like Rory tomorrow. I think Rory could kind of pick it up. I mean, he was 1 over today. It just seems like a spot where Rory will end up going low or something. And I don't know. He's not clicking right now. You can see it, man, just watching this game. And that was my hesitation in playing him on the main slate. I did end up playing him, but I don't know. Just something's not right there. All right, let's go ahead and where are we at? What tee time? So we're sitting at 10. So, I mean, these guys are still solid tee times, but it's starting to shift like a little bit because they are going to start playing in the afternoon when the wind is supposed to pick up. But Morikawa was good today. Ludwig Aubert, just a couple big scores, a couple big numbers on these holes. He's sitting at 1 over. I'm fine going back to him. Shane Lowry, I think, would be a fade sitting at the top of the leaderboard. Adam Scott, fine playing him. And then like Val Mackey, I'm going to pass on him. I'm going to sort this by the opposite way, the later tee times, and see if there's anything that stands out. Someone talked about it. Can you play the 5 early and 1 in the afternoon? It does seem like that works quite a bit. So let's see which afternoon guys I'd have some interest in. But again, get in there and fire some questions if you guys have questions, because we'll definitely have time. I don't talk as much as Tambo, so we're going to need to fill some time here with some questions. Nothing with like Hogard, Zadenhu, Pavon. I definitely like Pavon on the main slate. I played a lot of him, but for Showdown, going off that late, I don't have a ton of interest. Where's he at so far? He's sitting 2 over. Man, that's unfortunate because started out good. I think he got to like 3 under, and then something bad must have happened. Hovland battled back today, got back to one under. He's definitely a guy I think I could go to. I'm out on Ricky for the foreseeable future. I don't even really care. Like, what did he do today? Just out of curiosity, 3 over. Ricky sucks, man. It's like he had that nice little run at the end of last season. Good for him, but man, it's not good for Ricky right now. Fine being off of him, but like Scotty, Sam Burns, definitely cool with going to those guys in the afternoon. I want just the high upside guys that I think can make a lot of birdies if I'm playing an afternoon guy. It's not going to be Tom Kim, Poston, Harmon, Kirky. I don't like going off in the afternoon here. Lee Hodges I can pass on. Brendan Todd I can pass on. I was supposed to start Xing out some of these guys. Let's do that. Because I don't want man. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, bring back my guy Hovland. I said I wanted him. Bring him back into the mix. Definitely not on Ricky. And then I can just start making a lot of cuts here to my player pool. Boom, boom, boom. Hideki, I'm going to pass on him. He will get some ownership because of that round 1 score. No thanks. Same with Henley. I'll pass. What did our guy Rogers do? Rogers is one of the 6K guys that Tambo got me on. He's even 67. Yeah, that's a maybe on him. Taylor Moore. He is sitting at even. Like, I'll pass on Taylor Moore for sure. Like, I don't need Taylor Moore. Where'd he go? He's gone. Jason Day I could play. He had some good holes today, 8,400. Tom Hoagie, I'm good with him. Keegan Bradley, good with him. And then like some cuts, Rose, Taylor, Sepp Straka. What did my guy Shank end up doing today? I always play Shank. I got to even. Yeah, I can stay on Shank. If you don't like him, he's definitely cuttable. But for me, I always play him. I'm sticking with my guy. Mackenzie Hughes had like one of the luckiest shots I've ever seen before. I mean, it ricocheted off a rock and then landed like 5 feet from the hole, and then he missed the putt, which was very funny. Zalatoris, good with him. Good with Minwoo. If you're looking for some of these later, now we're starting to get back into the morning, so these are going to be more of the mini or middle of the road kind of tee times, which are definitely fine. Lauer, I set him out on. I did play CT Pan on the main slate, and it worked out pretty good. Is he still like free? What is he? 63. So he was 6K on the main slate, 63. Fine going to him. Dunlap, I think, is fine. Just because he does have some birdie upside. He started out slow today, but kind of got it all together. So, yeah, those are some of the later tee times that I would be interested in. I said I'm out on Lowry. Who else are we out on? We're out on Kurt Kitayama. Glover, maybe we play him. So just going back and cycling through some of these early tee times, like Van Rooyen goes off early, strong option, in my opinion. JT, Corey Connors, Eric Cole at the 74. Cameron Davis, again, didn't play him on the main slate. Fine going to him at 68. Denny McCarthy. I think these sort of plays like Cantlay, Fitzpatrick, there's one more, and like Fleetwood are very solid options tomorrow. And because of their scores today, I think they have a chance to get a little bit overlooked heading into round 2. So a couple things I wanted to point out. If you guys are not a member at SHIPITNation.com, now's the time to get in. You can still use this code HOOP15, gets you 15% off any package that we offer. If you use this on an annual all-access pass, it is $509. Most sites across the industry are charging $509 or at least $500 per sport, and that is not the case at SHIPIT Nation. It will never be the case at SHIPIT Nation. All access, $500 gets you all our sports: NFL, NBA, PGA, MMA, NHL, MLB, NASCAR, and college football, all the main sports over there on DraftKings. So get on over SHIPITNation.com and check it out. If you guys, man, I'm freaking mess this thing up again. Let's see. Can we get it back quick? All right, there we go. If you guys do have any questions, again, fire them in the chat. We can kind of go through them. Dunlap, terrible start. Great the rest of the round. Yeah, he started out the first couple holes. I'm fine playing him. Like he started out super slow and then, got it all. I think got down to like 3 over, I want to say, and then kind of got it all together. And what is it? He finished one under, wasn't it? Or finished the rest of his round was 1 under, whatever. But yeah, I kind of like him tomorrow. He has some birdie upside. Yeah, and then the Scotty thing, a little disappointing. I mean, he missed that 3-footer, but he did make a pretty deep one early on. It's like 20 feet or something. So we want morning tee times, miss first. Yeah, I think there's definitely an advantage in morning tee times tomorrow. Is it like all in morning? Like, I don't think so. You can play guys in the afternoon. There's some scenarios where afternoon guys aren't even like playable, but tomorrow I think they are playable. I don't think it's like a massive advantage. I typically lean morning tee times if everything's neutral. Well, now we have this wind picking up a little bit in the afternoon. So I'm definitely in on the morning tee times. If I was making one team, honestly, it would probably be all in on the morning tee times and just hope there is that sort of advantage. When's the last time you remember Cantlay losing strokes in every cannon broken in every category, broken or bounce back tomorrow? I think he bounces back. Like, I like him because I think a lot of people are going to be off him because he was not great today, and he can bounce back. So I think his ownership comes in relatively low, and he's part of that better wave. So I'm in on Cantlay. Well, Hideki's back, flare up with all his, man, I don't know. Like, the golf injury stuff can be super frustrating because, like, is he really even injured? I mean, he definitely didn't look injured today. He played 5 under, was great, and had the win last time out. Like, I don't know. I think he's fine if you want to go there. What was his tee time, though? I think he had a bad tee time. Must have cut him out. Let's see. It must be a bad tee time. Yeah, he's kind of got like an afternoon tee time. So, I mean, that's more of the reason why I wouldn't be playing him, not necessarily because of the back. So, kind of where I'm at on that one. Again, yeah, any other questions, guys, fire in here. Fire them away. Can answer them here on the fly. So just, working back down, I just wanted to go through some of these early guys again. Like, Thigala is going to get some ownership. His tee time's good. Maybe we do play him. If you are looking for a pivot, like I said, just go to Sungjae. He's 1 under. He'll finally look decent today. I mean, it's been a rough stretch for Sungjae, but kind of bounced back a little bit. So I think he is fine. But the Cantlays, Fitzpatrick's, Tommy Fleetwood's, I think all interest. Cam Young, I think you can throw in that category. People were probably pissed that he was one under today or 1 over today. I think he can definitely bounce back tomorrow. Xander a little bit. You can throw into that conversation as well. So it's kind of where we're at with round 2. We'll have all our content up, projections, ownership should be up relatively soon. The Stone as well. JT, I'm in on JT. I was in on him on the main slate in a big way. I'm staying on, and he's a guy that I might just ride all week if he plays well tomorrow. I think he's a great play. He was playing solid until the Genesis, and maybe had something to do with the Tiger attention. Who the hell knows? But he bounced back in a big way today, and honestly, the tougher side of the draw. So in on JT. But all our content will be up relatively soon. As soon as this show's over, I'll be putting up my core. I'll be putting up my tiers, tier by tier, my favorite guys in each tier. So that, I think Tambo already has his up. I will have mine up here relatively soon. Definitely get on over there, shipitnation.com. You can use that code HOOP15 to get 15% off any package, but that's going to do it here for the round 2 show. Appreciate all your support. Appreciate you guys getting us to that 6,000 subscriber number. If you haven't subscribed, make that number go up and hit the button. Also hit the like on the way out. But again, thank you for your support. We'll be back tomorrow with a round 3 show. Good luck in your contest tomorrow.